Mark, you and the boys had a day at the races on Wednesday. Was it important at this time of the season just to organise something like that for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, we get a great opportunity with the track. They look after us. It was important that you get. Sometimes you can work on the training ground. Sometimes a bit of a bonding day. They were all looked after themselves. It was nothing stupid. They were great. It was good to see them all out together. We had a good day, and it was back to work and preparing for 2 tough games at home now.
So you go from scrapping with a side at the top or towards the top to scrapping with a side very much at the bottom.
Yeah, but they had a great result beating Rochdale the weekend on Tuesday. Chris Hargreaves has gone in there, and he's I'm reading stuff. He's trying to make them play, but he also realised it's about winning as well. They're going to be scrapping for their lives, and we have to match that. We can't just think we're all right. We've got to make sure that we do something about our points tally, and no better than doing that at home in the next couple of games.
He'd be a peer of yours, a playing peer of yours, would he, Chris?
Yeah, I played against Chris a number of times, and wholehearted, decent player, scored goals, and was a good pro, and I imagine that's what he wants from his players, and that's for him to bother about. My concern is my team, making sure that we just continue the decent work that we've been doing into the last couple of away games, including Bury and then Bury at home before that, and making sure that we produce the goods however we play, whichever system we play, whoever plays. We've had a few tough games lately, a few knocks. Just stand up, be counted, pride in your shirt, and work hard for the team. And if we do that, like we've been doing lately, we can be hopeful of getting points.
What difference will that Rochdale result have made to them, do you think?
It's brought everyone a little bit closer, but of course you can believe. But we can't worry about that. We can't worry about what teams have done before, what we've done before. It's about on the day, about, like I always say, turning up, right attitude, right willingness to work for each other, and that desire to beat your opponents, and we've got to do that.
In terms of the home form, rather than talk about the points, is it actually easier for sides in League Two to spoil, given the fact that everybody is working within relatively limited budgets?
I'm not sure spoil's the right word. I don't think there's been the quality in this division pretty much throughout, really. You look at what the points are at the top, people are normally a little bit further ahead by now. There's a much of a muchness in our league at the moment, and it's just, the ones at the top deserve to be there because they've been better at doing what they're doing. There've been some good performances. There's some good teams in our division, don't get me wrong, but I just think everyone's scrapping and fighting for every point, and it's proving difficult for teams at the top and teams at the bottom. Chesterfield have just, everyone beat us, and you think they're going to walk away with it and stretch again, and they get beat, they get a draw, and it's a strange league, but one that we're in, one that we've got to deal with, and make sure that we're ready for Saturday and Tuesday.
In terms of where you might be points tally v the end of last season, does that indicate the work that you have to do between now and maybe next August?
Yeah, I suppose so, but I'm not worried about points tallies in terms of against last year's and against anything, because right at this moment in time, you wouldn't know what it would take to get you safe. You wouldn't know what it would take to get you in the playoffs. You wouldn't know what it would take to get in the top 3. Everyone's got a chance of doing something at the moment. There's still a lot to play for. We've got some big games coming up, and none bigger than Saturday.
David Noble had a quarter of the game on Tuesday. Is he ready for a start yet?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have a look at him again today. He should be, yeah. He should be. But we just need to have a look at him, just continually monitor him. It was good to get him back out there, but I didn't think he was 100%. But that's going to happen. It's going to take a little bit of time, but the sooner we get him up to speed, the better.
The interesting thing, perhaps for some of the supporters looking again forwards, is that you've used Zach a lot as a sub this season. Might there come a point where you might think about a start?
Zach's pushing, yeah, definitely. I think Ash has done really well. Gives us that little bit of balance. But yeah, Zach's right into my calculations, and he'll get some starts between now and the end of the season, definitely.
I mean, for a young boy in his first season,
Yeah,
as a professional, you sort of tried to just ease him in gently.
yeah, you do, and it's easier if you're in a winning team. So it's been tough for him. You know, he's done well. And at times, he's has little dips, but the kid's, 18, and we've got a good player there, and we've just got to bring him along slowly but surely.
Any bumps and bruises from Tuesday? I mean,
Yeah, Sam came off with a bit of a strain. We'll see how he is. Byron had a bit of a strain. Yeah, there were a few. It was a tough local derby. There was, challenges, but it was on the back of a Portsmouth and away trip and another trip to Oxford. You're going to pick up knocks, but we were in yesterday to see how a few of them were, and they got a chance of playing.
Great, thank you.
Zach, you're quite pleased with the progress he's made since he stepped up to training with you full time.
Yeah, you can see he's a good player, but like young players and like wingers, you put that together, you've got a cocktail for just either throwing him in and just sinking or swimming, or just taking your time with it. Wingers can drift in and out of games. Young players can drift in and out of games. You put the two together, you've got to just do what you think's right. And if we were flying high and running away with it, you might have stuck him in for a few more games and said, "Go on and just go and express yourselves." But we haven't been in that situation really. So we've had to try and pick his games for him. We've had to try and just introduce him at the right time. Really, he'll get chances. He's a good player, and he's an exciting player. The player that all the players in the squad like. They see him in training, they see the things he can do. But like I said, he's a winger and a young player, and it's not just going to happen for him just like that.
He's not short confidence, is he?
No, he's a confident boy, and not over the top or anything like that. He's a great pro. He works hard, and we just got to keep learning the game.
Yeah. Do you think Joe Hank's another one you might have a look at?
Yeah, Joe's got a chance of. Yeah, Joe will play some part, and he can consider himself a little bit unlucky as well, But there becomes a time when he'll get his chance.
Yeah, it is more difficult to experiment when you need points.
And when you're not winning regularly. So hopefully the crowd turn up tomorrow and really get behind the boys. They can be that 12th man that we talk about. When we need that, particularly at home, and a big ask for the supporters tomorrow to really get behind the boys and let's get some points quickly.
Yeah, it could still go either way, couldn't it, this season?
Yeah, we're still playing for 8th place, but we've got to be mindful of the fact that of how tight it is down the bottom. So there's no panic, but there's it needs to be on our mettle, right on our guard, and just start producing. We've put in some good performances of late, but we need to put in a performance and a result as well.
Yeah, if you're still targeting 8th, the gap has been made up, isn't it? There was a little gap between the playoffs and the rest. Now it seems to have been closed right up.
I think 8th is realistic, but there's probably other teams, in the same boat as us thinking that way. So a couple of wins, consecutive games can catapult you right up there. So that's our aim, and all we can do is worry about Saturday right now.
Are you still thinking about bringing anyone in, or are you going to?
I'm still looking. Still, we need to make sure we've got all bases covered, make sure that we've got enough bodies, and make sure we've got the right bodies.
Yeah, and is one of the biggest decisions going to be up front with Jamie coming on and scoring? Jamie.
Jamie's the age he is, and you can't play him week in, week out, especially in that lone striker's role that we've been playing of late. So, Byron's done a good job. I've mixed it around. Jamie started against Bury. Byron started the 2 away games. I'll see how Byron is today, because I thought he was really good both Saturday and Tuesday, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, speaking to Jamie after the game Tuesday, he admits that it's not really his best formation, is it, this one for him?
No, it's a tough one for him, but the good thing is he can play in a few positions. He can play any of that top 4 positions if I like. Though I see him mainly as a central striker, but he'll nick a goal for you when you need to. And he came up with the goods on Tuesday night with an equaliser. He hit the post. He was playing on the shoulder of the last man, and he made a big difference on Tuesday night.
Yeah, and David Noble, like I said, not 100% yet, but it's bound to be a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to be a little bit rusty. Yeah, but it's important he just gets as fit as he can, as quickly as he can. You know, we've had to come off him a little bit because we just couldn't find out the problem. But he's probably not quite as fit as we would have liked because we haven't been able to getting the work into him. But that's down to us and him to make sure that it's up to speed as quick as we can. He's a big player for us, but not if he's not fit.
Yeah. Did he have any extra pains after Tuesday, or was he all right?
No,
Yeah.
he's fine.
Yeah.
No problem.
Right. Good. Cheers.
All right.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thanks, Mark.
No problem.
Thank you.